Nice!
White Knights! Let's review the White Knight. How the white armor works.
Please.
Cognitive dissonance helmet. Allows Radfem dogma to make sense to him. It also corrects his male gaze.
That's right, eye contact is very important. He's got the magic breastplate that allows him to swallow his pride and check his privilege. You got the SJW sword, cuts through entitlement like hot knife through butter. Protective knee pads. Protects his knees when groveling at the feet of the nearest women while apologizing on behalf of all men, past and present.
I'm so sorry! I made you extra muffins! As a white knight, it is our duty to stand up and respect women worldwide. Smash like if you respect women. And for more info on women, check out Coin Spice.
What's up, everybody? Wow, look at that new animation. Wow, what's up, everybody? It's amazing. I have caught myself in the middle of some weird rumor, so let's talk about it, because what else are we going to talk about, you know? Because that's what's fun, and that's what is entertainment, and that's what we're here for. If you're not in Bitcoin to have fun... Whoa, what the heck happened to my background? If you're not in Bitcoin to have fun, well, then why the heck are you even in Bitcoin, you know? Like we're here to have a good time, maybe make some money, and possibly change the world with peer-to-peer cash would be probably the ideal thing to do. So, yeah, let's get into it. I don't have too much news. We're going to hop into it pretty quick here. But let's do the dang thing. Oh, that don't look pretty. There we go. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash Conference is in like what, 3 weeks now, and so you can buy your tickets, your plane tickets, or your conference tickets, right with Bitcoin Cash. So, chief editor and Spice, chief editor and chief of CoinSpice, Hayden.
So I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to purchase your flights, accommodation, car rental, anything travel related with Bitcoin Cash through our new system that we built. Currently available on the Bitcoin Cash City Conference website. So I'm going to demonstrate a payment now. I've already got an invoice generated here for some flights that I booked just earlier, and the travel agent has sent that back to me. So now I come in to pay, scan the QR code, hit send, and it goes through. That's instantly paid now. And you'll get your confirmation email immediately after that here. Thank you for your purchase. It's done. So I'm going to demonstrate how...
So yeah, there you go. Use Bitcoin to do things, to spend it. Don't just hodl it, because it's not an economy if everybody just hodls, right? And so yeah, let's get into it. We all know why we're here. So last Thursday I did a episode of my show with Roger Ver, I think it is. Roger Sports, I think is how he pronounces it. Wow, that's a very meta joke. I'll have to pull it up at the end of the episode. But yeah, so first things first, this episode's about Bitcoin and social media, right? And so I posted about my video before it happened, 10 hours before it happened. And some people just like already had the hate going on, right? And so we'll dive more into Reddit in a little bit. But I mean, there's people... like Hearns is the classic BTC troll, and there's people that just spend like all the time just trolling, right, on Reddit. And this is obviously true for a lot of social media sites. Pretty sure everyone besides you knows exactly what Roger's going to say, given that he always says the exact same things. Can we have a count on number of dead babies or an update on how we're all Craig, right? It's just like low-level trolling, and it's everywhere. But this was like before my episode even aired, just because the name Roger Ver just like triggers people. And so the episode happens, and we're having a good time. Like, it's a fun time. We're just joking around. I show him some memes, and
where we are today.
And he has a good time, right?
The whores are disgusting, but sure. Awesome. Everybody let me know if I get too easy.
So yeah, he's laughing. We're having a good time. And then all of a sudden, this happens.
Hearing his motivations. So,
all hail Super Nerd, says Columbus. Thank you for the spice. Yeah, so who do you think is your biggest arch nemesis in Bitcoin Core?
Without going into the exact details, because it was told to me kind of in confidence. And I had no problem with her whatsoever. And even so her, right, that's already a big hint.
Yeah.
And even today, it's still kind of confusing to me as to why she would be so upset with that. But there is one person that like does interviews in the cryptocurrency space and wanted to interview me, right? And I try to make time to do media and interviews and that sort of thing. And one of the other people he also wanted to interview was Elizabeth Stark of Lightning Labs. And she told this person that if he interviewed me and allowed me to have any sort of voice on his platform at all, she would not do an interview for him. And apparently she hated me so much that she wouldn't give an interview to this guy if he interviewed me. And to me, that just seemed really, really strange. So maybe I'm Elizabeth Stark's arch nemesis in Bitcoin Cash. For me, I don't really care about her one way or the other. Like, I met her in person and she was fine in person before. My theory, and I have no evidence to back this up, it's just a suspicion on my part. I think that the reason Jack Dorsey of Twitter, I'm Elizabeth Stark's, is so hot. My theory, and I have no evidence to back this up, it's just a suspicion on my part. I think that the reason Jack Dorsey of Twitter is so hot for Lightning and Lightning Labs and doing promotion with Elizabeth Stark is I suspect that there's a romantic relationship there. Or there was a romantic relationship. That's my spicy thought of the day. No, I don't have any evidence to back that up. It's just a suspicion. Everything would make so much more sense if they were in some sort of a romantic relationship. And that's why Jack is busy promoting her Lightning Lab company, because otherwise, why would he care at all? And so I suspect that that's what's going on there.
I love it. That's amazing. Okay, so I do have a. That was not what I thought you were going to answer. I thought you were going to say Samson or Tone, but that's a much better story. So that's literally all he says about it. That's all he says about the whole Jackness scandal. And time to go in an uproar, right? Time to go in an uproar, because that's what happened. So this was the first tweet about it, Skylar, because he watches my show and sends me money all the time. So he was the first one to post it, try and stoke the flames, right? BSV guy stoking the flames. And so then Ricardo Fluffy Pony, everybody's favorite Fluffy Pony, says, meanwhile, in the Bcash alternate universe, the only reason Jack likes Bitcoin and Lightning is because he's in a romantic relationship with Starkness and not because game recognizes game. I can't even. And so, first of all, it's a rumor. It's like gossip. And I like in the video, I even just moved on because I was like, that's just like ridiculous. Like, I mean, whatever. Like, you can say like I don't care. Like, and in come the SJWs, And so, man. And so the next big tweet about it was this Crypto Meme Central, Crypto Scam Hub, who I will go into in a second. He's actually in the thumbnail of this. He just repeats this, right? And he crops it, of course. Like, why does he crop me out, fucking asshole? Like, come on. Cite your sources. Cite your sources, man. So that gets 57,000 views, and then Roger double downs on it. And so I didn't expect this at all. Basically these first two, I just completely ignored, whatever. I mean, again, I wasn't trying to stoke the flames and all this. Roger wanted to stoke it. And so he did that. We'll have to look at this in incognito because I'm probably blocked by the majority of the Bitcoin Core people that have responded to this. And basically the gist of it all is that he's a moron, and then you block him for internet points to get 500 likes because you don't like rumors, and that should exclude somebody from the from your financial system. It is spreading rumors that it wasn't even apparently it was misogynistic for some reason, and this shit's ridiculous, man. This shit's absolutely ridiculous. And so CoinSpice wrote a nice article about it all. And so again, I wasn't trying to promote this. It was it just kind of happened, and then Roger doubled down on it. And I guess I'm gonna have to go to a incognito tab here. So so I guess this guy has me blocked. it's just like, I mean, this is the most interesting one. Look, it's 666 likes. There you go, Andreas. Vile. It's vile, apparently, because, you know, she's a woman, and people don't do business relationships because of relationships ever, right? Like, that never happens. And again, it's just suspicion. All these people commenting on it are just about like spreading this rumor at this point. If you didn't care that much, like, why are you so upset about this? Why are you so upset about this? And this has always been who he is. And it's like, oh, you're desperate. It's like, no. What's the profit model of Lightning Labs? Like, how does Lightning Labs make profit? And I did pose this tweet earlier. I posed this question earlier in a tweet. Like, how do they make money? Because on Lightning Network, everything's supposed to be like nearly free to use, right? Like, that's the whole thing. And so they're building this open source system where they could like run a node that people route through them and gain a tiny transaction fee for every routing. But that their whole premise is low fees, and so all these low fees are going to add up to revenue or something. And then somebody else said, well, they're just doing like they're going to do watchtower services so they can watch the Lightning Network for you. And it's just like, it's like, what is this profit model? What does Jack see monetarily? And again, I'm not trying to like feed this conspiracy. They could have a relationship, they could not. But this is why Roger said it. This is why he said it, because Lightning Network is just like, it's just such a strange investment. And so, yeah, basically then Andreas blocks Roger Ver, and which is funny because literally on Andreas's website, oh, let me find this, Andreas book. I thought I had this pulled up, but yeah, let's see, where is it here? I think it's under his books. Maybe if we just go Andreas. Man, I saw it. Anyways, he quoted Roger Ver in a tweet. I might find it real quick, but not in a tweet. I'm sorry. In Mastering Bitcoin, he thanked Roger Ver for all of his adoption efforts. And this book came out in like 2017, and so this was before all this like essentially a civil war happened within Bitcoin, and apparently like speculating on somebody's investment in somebody's relationship, like it was like completely harmless. That I don't know, like take a joke. Like apparently that's enough to like block somebody, because you know it's just SJW. And so this is Andreas.
And the next question comes from Sesame Meow. Sesame Meow asks, Lightning on Bitcoin on Liquid. And it has a quote from Adam Back. Lightning on Bitcoin on Liquid being a sidechain connected to Bitcoin.
Anyways, he talks about liquids and Lightning for like, I mean, that's obviously the question of this, but this was released today. And so why is Andreas so like, why does he like core and Lightning so much? Like it's Lightning still isn't like ready to be adopted by the world, and to use Lightning you need to use the blockchain, and if your blockchain sucks, why would you not just use a better blockchain that actually like has low fees? And I mean, that's the whole BTC versus BCH argument. Essentially, I think what Roger was doing here, he's like accelerating the division between the camps on social media. Like I don't even know, like you have one side that is blocking everybody and is censoring their free speech, and then you have this other side who just like says something dumb and like meme, like it's a meme. Like, can't you take a meme? Like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, Andreas did get $2 million in free Bitcoin from the BTC community because, I mean, yes, Roger, he stokes the fire, right? He fans the flames.
Yo, I can't lie, I'm feeling nice. Why? Because I just copped a bag of spice.
That sounds so good. It's a great sound. And so basically, in December 2017, Roger said, Andreas is one of the most eloquent speakers on the topic of Bitcoin, but if he had invested $300, he'd be a millionaire today. And then basically just calling him out. Like, if you believe so much, why aren't you rich? And I mean, again, like, I'm not like agreeing with Roger here completely, but this is, this happened, that he said this, and then he be blocked by gotta go. Everything fucking incognito tabs. It's such an inconvenience being blocked by everybody. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, basically from that tweet, the BTC camp donated $2 million to him for being evangelic of Bitcoin. Like, dude has a book, dude has a business, but like, apparently, if you feel bad and if it's against Roger, like, let's fund it, right? Let's fucking fund it, I guess. And so then we kind of go back into the conspiracy, but it's like Jack is invested in Lightning Labs. So like, what is his investment into Lightning Labs? I'm not like trying to speculate about the relationship anymore. It's this is about Jack now, because he owns Twitter, and Twitter is where a lot of the cryptocurrency discussion happens. And so in March 2018, Twitter chief says Bitcoin will become the world's single currency. So he says that's going to be the next big breakthrough. And just a month later, this came out.
Just go to a random tweet and like just look at the followers. It'll all be like guns, God, America. Like I mean the American flag and like the cross.
Yeah, no one really likes America. No.
Like who says that? Who talks like that? It's for sure a God. A God or just or a redneck.
Rednecks don't exist. Yeah. So can you get rid of them?
I wouldn't know.
Can you get rid of them?
Yeah.
Like how do you do that?
You just lead them, but like the problem is there are hundreds of thousands of them, so you've got to like write algorithms that do it for you.
How do you know if it's a bot and not a normal person?
Oh, you use machine learning.
It's like it's like an algorithm that you write where like you can like look for things, right? So like if there's like people who are like American guns, can you like write an algorithm to just take all those people out?
Oh yeah. It's actually how we do it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You should be an engineer. You're really good at this shit.
So can you just write them against like like say someone has like Trump in the name, like or like conservative or like
America first.
Yeah. Can you just like write algorithms?
Are you sure you're not a programmer? That's literally how you do it.
It's what?
She's a very smart. That's how you do it.
That's exactly how you do it.
Yeah, you look for Trump or America, and you have like 5,000 like keywords to describe a redneck, and then you look and you like parse all the messages, all like the pictures, and then you look for like stuff that matches like that stuff. And like if it so like you assign like a value to each thing. So like Trump would be like 0.5, like a picture of a gun would be like 1.5, and like if it comes up, the total comes up above like a certain value, then it's a bot.
Like majority of the algorithms are against conservatives or liberals.
I would say the majority of it are for Republicans because they're all from Russia and they wanted Trump to win. So
you mostly just get rid of conservatives.
I knew that. Yeah, it was in Russia.
So yeah, give me a second. So there you go. Twitter censors people, and they have algorithms to do so. And I'm not saying this is happening, but it's probably happening a little bit. And the proof is the @Bitcoin Twitter account. And whether this was automated, again, this was March. Okay, so this was a year ago. This is 2019, I believe. Yeah. So this is @Bitcoin's tweet activity right here. There's obviously a drop off right there. This is literally a 24-hour chart, and 1 hour to the next, it was completely flat. And this is from April 2018, which coincidentally is. Oh, sorry, I missed this date. This is 2019, but the 2018 date was the same. A month before this, where Elizabeth and Dorsey were together at a Consensus 2018, and they were on stage together, and they also did a podcast with Steven Livera, February 2019 together, and basically Jack Dorsey, the only time he talks about Bitcoin is with Elizabeth around, apparently. you don't really like see his other interviews or anything where he's not with Elizabeth. And I'm not saying they're having a relationship, but it looks kind of shady, and there's plausible suspicion because, anyways, this is a really stupid thing they did together.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Cash App. Some people might call it the real Bitcoin Cash. But, I'm like, come on, Bitcoiners, you get that joke. But, no, the Cash App where you can buy and sell Bitcoins.
So, funny
So
joke,
I wanna talk a little
Elizabeth,
bit about
right?
The Cash App. Some people might call it the real Bitcoin Cash. But, I'm like,
is my mic still alright, or is it bad? But yeah, so good Bitcoin Cash joke. And apparently, I need to see if there's actual video of it. I did not find any video of it, but apparently Elizabeth Stark. This is, again, there's no actual video about this, but it's from Tom Harding, who people do know. It says he says Starkness called for an SEC investigation into BCH, and I was like, what? Like, that sounds weird. And he said it was at a BTC meetup around December 2017. At the same meetup, Roast Beef, who is essentially second in charge of Lightning Labs, he's the CTO, thought it'd be funny to represent the big block's point of view in a panel. And I asked for video and haven't gotten anything yet. So I did look for video about this, but she doesn't like Bitcoin Cash. And Jack Dorsey also has a record of saying Bcash, I believe. If you want to, I bet you I could just find it real quick. From @Jack Bcash. Oh, it's too bad. I thought he said Bcash. That's too bad. Oh yeah, here you go. So he says, how do you think Bitcoin accounts argue against its future success after pro-Bitcoin tweet from Jack? Aren't the Bitcoin Cash folks behind it? And then I should have had this pulled up. So CoinSpice, basically a individual, here we go. An individual that I was actually on stage with in February, Zach Vowell, was DMing Jack about the @Bitcoin account. And so he had a tweet saying, Dear Twitter, allowing @Bitcoin to show Bitcoin Cash, an entirely different asset in Bash, BTC unobstructed, is no different than letting Oreo, a privately held company, hijack the Chips Ahoy handle. And this deliberate misinformation campaign. And then in the DMs, Jack slides, and he says, what do you recommend we do with it? So you could, again, there's employees of Twitter literally saying they have algorithms to stop conservative views because that's like a Silicon Valley thing. And then you have Jack asking what to do with a private, I mean, it's not privately held, it is his company, yes. So technically he can do what he wants. But again, this is where Twitter is a lot of where the discussion goes, and a lot of where the normies kind of filter in. And you have this deliberate censorship and misinformation about how BTC works as Bitcoin was intended to, when its blocks are always full and the fees are always high. Not always high, but sometimes high, but your financial system should always have low fees. And it's just a strange thing. That's all I'm saying. And and then so the same day, CCN Markets, this great news source, says Blockstream has 3 times the hash power of the entire Bitcoin Cash network. And I said, no, let's fact check this 6 exahash claim, which is BCH right now is 2 exahash. The 6 exa claim is from Blockstream if their customers pay for the mining rigs. They have the electric capacity for 6. They don't actually have 6, but per their CEO, they could. And so this is deliberate fake news, people pushing Blockstream. And anyways, the only reason I bring it up is because I asked this account, they do Dumbest Tweet, Crypto Tweet Award, and I believe I'm a 2-time winner. I could go through it and see. But I do have the Dumbest Tweet Award, I think twice. And it's essentially a Bitcoin Core associated account. And they're always basically anything that is against BTC. So like Ethereum, BSV, Ripple, anything, literally anything they will say, "Oh, you're dumb. You're dumb." Peter Schiff, like it's kind of. Anyways, they were like, "Oh." So I added them because I was like, come on, like, don't you guys call this shit out, right? Like, this is just fake news. And then he says, did your boss tell you to nominate that, you clown? And I said, bro, I already memed this. Like, I knew this was coming, right? I completely knew this was coming. This account that just memes people. And he says, obviously quality memes and common sense. Like, I do live memes. Like, come on, bro. And then so I added this other guy, Crypto Scam Hub, who makes Photoshops so he made this Photoshop. He makes Photoshops of people. And I was like, oh, you share memes? And then he says, if you have not figured out that the two accounts are run by the same person, you're less clever than I thought. And so he's literally admitting he's a sock puppet and he has two different accounts. I don't know who this guy is. And he's calling me a sock puppet. And he obviously has a very, very, very particular agenda. And apparently I'm the sock puppet. So good fucking job. You played yourself, you fucking idiot. So that's all I got to say about that guy. And I'm just going to, every time if he brings me up again, I'm just going to redirect him right back to that tweet because calling people sock puppets when you're anon and making fun of other people is pretty fucking ironic. And so if you want to go into more censorship from the core guys, this is a great article. It's from 2016 and it's still carries true to this day. Our Bitcoin is completely censored if you didn't know that by now. And if you talk about big blocks in a positive light, you will probably get banned. My particular Reddit account, I admit, is not banned because I just simply stopped posting there. But I did have another account I used to use before I went public with my face. And no, I don't use it anymore. So no, I don't have any sock puppets anymore. That did get banned. So I know it's a thing. If you want to look at the current state of r/Bitcoin, it is basically to the moon, bro, and about trading. And it's just memes, man. There's not really much discussion. And then so basically what happened was we went to our BTC, which isn't in a great state either. Basically because our BTC has taken this route of no censorship at all. And so what happens is all the trolls come here to our BTC. And like I said in the beginning, you have all these people that just like want to shit on everything, right? And the funniest thing about all of this is negative comments on our BTC a lot of times get like Reddit gold. And like the subreddit is negative with gold. And like more than half of these are from our BTC, Bcash, Bitcoin, and basically it's such like a pattern at this point. It literally would like, do you want gold? Just go talk shit on our BTC. And it's like seriously a thing. Like there's somebody just spending so much money on our BTC to encourage these trolls. And it's fucking insane, man. It's a true propaganda war. I don't know how else to say it. And it's a fight for like free speech at this time. And so Andreas obviously blocked Roger, and he didn't unfollow. I blocked him after that tweet, so I of course just put a white knight in. And my friend Albie says, and then I get like a honeypot for D-bags. Thanks, Andreas. I'm totally a D-bag, and you're not a D-bag for thinking that a rumor about a relationship is worthy of completely ostracizing somebody's voice for apparently your entire life. And let me tell you, P2P Cash is not stopping. Bitcoin Cash is going nowhere. So good fucking luck out there, my dude. Keep pandering to the audience, the biggest audience, which is obviously behind the biggest coin, which is there's so many problems with Lightning, man. It is not ready. BCH could handle so many transactions right now, and it's working to scale to the world, and Lightning has just fundamental flaws with it. And anyways, Andreas blocked me after that. So he's building his own echo chamber, and I don't know if the Lightning, it's essentially a scam. Like Lightning Labs has no profit model. I don't know why Jack is invested in it. Maybe he will be able to buy it someday. I don't know why, but yeah. That's kind of all I got for you right now. But it's very. I don't even know, man. It's a strange world. I've dug into the depths of Bitcoin social media at this point, and now my feed is turning into a lot of this. This tweet is unavailable because people can't handle the truth, or they want to white knight and they want to SJW, and they want to keep in their own little echo chambers that BTC is actually like plausible for world adoption when it's not at all. So yeah, thanks for watching on YouTube. I'm gonna keep streaming on DLive. So yeah, thanks. All right, short little episode. So now I need to stop.